go. In the bottom right, we do have SHIN, and in the bottom left, we do have Zoun. So these these games are from the KSL. It's a community cup that is run, I think, weekly by Dave Tester and Chicken Man. And it's on the Korean server, specifically tailored for the Koreans because they didn't really have like an extra cup or something for a very, very long time. So Dave and Chicken Man got together and kind of managed to get some funding for this one. So it's basically like a EPT cup, money-wise, I think, like 400 price pool or something. But yeah, it's specifically on the Korean server. It's set as default. And it's a good time for Korea. It's like Friday or something, Friday evening or something. So there's a lot of good Koreans actually playing this one. And that's where those games are from. I think these are probably 2 weeks old or something. So, or maybe 3 weeks old. I'm not 100% sure, but they are within 1 month. I'm still grinding through some of those more recent ones. Yeah, it's a really tough time to catch live, so I'm actually like, oh, maybe I can cast some more of these replays. Some really good games there. And some players you don't see everywhere, right? Some matches. And now with the GSL not being operational, this is kind of the only real area where you get Korea versus Korea. Now, we do have Zoun here against SHIN. And SHIN, Mr. Baneling, aka Ragnarok. Eldorado is an interesting map. And Zoun is someone who just very, very recently came back from the military service. He has still kind of get to go back into that game, really, get to have his groove back. He had some nice tournament runs, but not real big finishes or wins or something like that. He was really, really, really good, actually, before he went into military service. He was actually at his peak of his career, kind of. He was doing like round of 4 finishes and stuff like that. After on, thanks for the cast. We'll keep an eye out for the next ones. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't, you can also follow the channel on YouTube, where all of those casts are gonna be, and you can watch them whenever you want to. But thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a good day. Now, Stargate here for Zoun is going to be the standard opening. We do have that gateway and, warp gate research, of course, and Adept Stalker, I want to say. Stalker? Maybe Triple Adept. Void Ray here. Okay, so no Stalker. Okay, I guess Zoun is someone who really likes Void Ray plays. Makes sense for him to go for the Void Ray opening into the Oracles. Also, this map is kind of cool for Void Ray because you can, I mean, it's just good defensively. It helps a lot against those roach pushes, and also against ling attacks is quite nice. So yeah, I like the idea. And then, of course, going into those oracles to follow this up. SHIN is taking this base here on the low ground, meaning his next base is gonna be aimed to be at that gold over here. Already killing out that first overlord, and Zoun taking a fast third base on the outside. So he's not gonna contest that lower area, at least not in bases or base setups. Getting some creep out here. He has 3 queens there, so Zoun needs to be a little bit careful with the oracle here. Does not want to fly into those queens, maybe circumvent those and go into the main base, but also Spore Queen setup waiting here for our Protoss player. And he's actually going into that third base. He gets a couple drones. Oh, almost another one. Gets a cancel though. It's a good drive-by, I feel like. He loses half of the health. Maybe a tiny bit much, but still, 2 drones. And a cancel building. And he gets out alive. Should be fine enough. Link's coming over. I'm gonna start harass that third base. At least see, hey, is there an exposed adept, but already a shield battery up here, so this adept is never gonna die. Maybe you can kill the shield battery. Oh, Enzo, raiding with 25. Thank you so much. Hello everybody, welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. We are casting some KSL games here tonight. And it's gonna be a little bit more PvZ here tonight. Currently we're looking at Zoun against SHIN, best of 3 between those two, and we are in the first map, which is called El Dorado, the City of Gold, which was actively sought by Mr. Christopher Columbus, by the way. He has a logbook entry that he was looking for it, and he found the island, which was rumored to be Zipangu, which is a island that was kind of popularized by the great Marco Polo, an explorer who ventured all the way to East Asia and came back to Europe and had some information for the people back in Europe. And he was telling of a city of gold, buildings made of gold, walls of gold. He was telling just from buildings made of gold. And then that became a dead oracle over here inside that gold. And the people were just inventing things to it. The rumors were getting bigger, and it became a city of gold. Now there's a Tempest kind of stuck here. Is there like not enough airspace? There should be space. I guess there's not. That's a big mistake. Oh my god. Zoun, what are you doing? Now, eventually, the rumors became a city of gold, and that island, which was rumored to be in East Asia, called Zipangu, is an old name for Japan. Now, Marco Polo went there, and he said they have those buildings of gold. By the way, there's this temple, Ginkaku and Kinkaku in Kyoto, which actually has, one of those has a, like a, what do you say, plaster gold or something attached to the walls, so it's actually gold walls. It looks like a gold wall. It's very thin gold, right? That's a nice attack here. If you can catch these Archons, they're not in range of the shield battery. A little bit of a mistake here positionally by Zoun, and these Tempests are not going to have enough firepower. Oracle coming back here, trying to clear this one, but SHIN already dealing the damage he's looking for. Getting these Archons, resetting the heavy unit count here from Zoun. And meanwhile, he's just going for another gold base. Oh, I say another, he never took this one here. And he also has a 4th base already up and running. Trying to go for gas-intensive units. The infestation pit on the way. And yeah, so Christopher Columbus was looking for that island, Japan, effectively. And he thought he found it. He found the island of gold, the city of gold. But the inhabitants, they call it Cuba. But he was so certain, because there was so much gold all around, that it was Japan. And that's how you get the myth of El Dorado, the city of gold, by the way. There you go, now you know a little bit more. I hope you enjoyed that small history lesson. You can check this out, by the way. These log entries from the from Christopher Columbus are, I'm pretty sure they are public. You can check those out yourself. But I don't know where. You can find them. Look again. Hive on the way here. Now SHIN is just kind of controlling the map. He's just having enough of an air force to kind of pick at stray units. And those Tempest investments, they never really paid off for Zoun. I think he lost 2. Yeah, 2 in Oracle. And there were never really too many Corruptors. But that was an early Tempest investment, and they, like, losing the first Tempest in this area here to just Queens from here and there flanking this place, it's just a terrible start to a Tempest opening, right? So Zoun is quite far behind right now. I think he still has no Storm here. He's not researching Storm. He's not really getting any AoE except for his Archons. So yeah, I don't know. I don't like this idea at all. Roach Hydra is extremely beefy, and with no Storm Man, those Hydralisks are probably not gonna die behind the wall of Roaches. Now, Queens are struggling a little bit here. Force Fields might be a good choice. We don't have any Ravagers at all, but once we see some Lurkers, Spines already coming in here, this just should put an end to that attack. Transfusing some of his units here. Creating a wall against himself right now. Not being down there is maybe a little bit of a mistake here. Double force field is gonna keep Shin away, and he cannot really engage into this army. He's gonna lose that base. But now, I think the observer just got killed by... Yeah, he lost the observer to a spore. Now there's lurkers here. Oh my god. So he kills a base, okay. But there's a gold base. There's another gold base about to finish up. He's not gonna have those extra gases, but that's gonna be fine. He has the lurkers already ready to go. There's no storm, there's no AoE. And if you want to push through that small area, be my guest, Zoun. You're not gonna win this one. Now he just needs to wait until these 4 lurkers finish. He needs to burrow those and then he's gonna win the game. 3, 2, 1. There you go. Defense made happen. Attack made happen. He's gonna clear a base. He's gonna get that base. Zoun struggling. No blink. No observers. No vision. No detection. And he cannot push up that ramp. It's impossible to break. He loses the gold base. Has another base on the way, but is effectively reset to 3 base against 5, and 2 of those are gold minerals. That is such a big income advantage here for other player. Now Zoun needed to fall back here. He still is not going into any form of AoE. I don't like this. And we do see the Hydra Dash ability here. That's an interesting position that the camera threw me to while I clicked on that one. So this thing, I've seen this being used more and more with the Koreans recently, and what they do is they use it to engage. But they use it to jump on top of an army, and if there's no storm, I mean, finally we're gonna see a storm being started, but if there's no storm, I mean, you're not gonna see it now because it's not finished yet, but you can just jump on these and snipe a few of these expensive units, because usually it's Immortals or Archons which are kind of lacking behind the army a little bit. As you can see here right now, disengaging. Stalkers are a bit faster, Zealots are a bit faster, the rest is see? A little bit slower, and yeah, he's not even gonna try. GG is gonna be called. Shin takes the first map. Man, Zoun really not having a good start to that game and the series here. And now let's hop into the next game. This is Shin Zoun, game number 2. It's gonna be on Neon Violet Square, interesting map. Completely different kind of type of map from the earlier one. The earlier one was very close, like it gets, you know, you get very close to your opponent very fast if you go ahead and expand. Especially in the low area where there's very rich expansion patterns to be found. In the top left, by the way, we have Shin, and the bottom right we have Zoun. Now this one is extremely defensive and it's very, very far apart. You can get up to 5 bases without even scouting your opponent basically on this map. And you're not gonna be broken most likely. Now, this map, there is this big air space, and there's a nice area over here where you could place a Stargate, for example. If you want to go for a Tempest opening again, that might be an option. But I don't assume so. Zoun is usually not going that super aggressively. Like, not that proxy crazy. If it doesn't work, I'm that thing aggressive. Probe did check for that gold base. You need to check, of course, usually. If that one is being taken by the Zerg, can be a very fast attack. Very powerful. Even though you have a high ground here, and this is only kind of a small wallable area, it's still, in total, a big opening to your base, to your natural. Now he'll see nothing out of the ordinary, everything's very, very normal. Shin is just going for a standard opening, so I'm gonna go standard myself. Throwing down the cybernetics core to block this area and make it a small entrance. Gateway, of course, behind that one. I wonder how fast both players are going into the third base. For Shin, I kind of expect him to just go frontally, go aggressive, take this one or the high ground one of these two as the third. Most likely that one, because high ground usually is preferred. And for Zoun, I'm expecting the one in the natural in the back here, which is low mineral count, and then go very gas intensive units. Preferably High Templars with Storm. Something we see rarely, but is actually really good, is Storm Drops, for example. You can Storm Drop Harass with Speed Prisms. You can also just go very Oracle heavy or go fast into Stargates with 3 gases. You can even like kind of go that 2 Stargate carrier opening. That's also an option, but haven't seen that in a while. Okay, so SHIN is going for the low ground expansion. It's a little bit closer, I think, to his natural progression here with that creep. But it of course enables, like, for example, Adepts to harass the minerals from up here and up there. Shoot down some drones. Stalkers, of course, blink attack can be devastating. Now what are you doing, Overlord? What's your story? By the way, do you want some nuke noodles? Call down the hunger. Gate on the way. Again, a Void Ray here. Gonna go after that Overlord. Gonna quickly clear that one before it gets in and gets the scout on this empty area for now, but always nice to confirm if there's a quick third nexus or not. Could have saved a few units, for example. Or that shield battery he's making, something like that. That has not been seen, of course, so you don't exactly know what's behind this one. So Zoun is taking the third normally on the outside, and he's saving this in the back for later. And SHIN is gonna scout that one. And he's gonna see, alright, we're up in a normal PvZ here. Just you have the option to go for a little bit more of a safe 4th base. And this is where I say normal or maybe not. Oh yeah, Oracle coming in. Snatching 4 drones. That's a nice snatch here. No high ground vision for SHIN, eh? It's a good approach from Zoun. And he's going again into a very fast fleet beacon. Only 1 Oracle, 1 Void Ray, 1 Oracle. And then fleet beacon on the way here. Only Adepts to defend. So all of his gas goes into his extra tech without being utilized for units. Twilight Council Forge follow-up should be for charge. So I'm expecting kind of the same style from him. He's gonna probably go into a few Tempest, and then he's gonna go into Charge Lot, Archon, Mortal, and try to bust SHIN, is my guess. But it didn't really work the last time. Why would it work this time? Now, last time though, it was kind of close. If he gets up that ramp before those lurkers are there, then the story is different and all that. If he doesn't lose the first Tempest like he did, the story is different. So there's a lot of potential still to be had with this. Oh yeah, SHIN, man. Going for that gold. Going very aggressively on that expansion pattern. Links are not gonna get through here. Overlord is gonna get picked off, and yep. That's a gas station. Templar Archives on the way here. Do we see a second Tempest? Already queued in production. Oracle needs to be careful. You can't lose that Oracle. He kind of needs it with the Tempest to get some reveals on top of this area, and then he can just shoot down drones, for example. But you can also rally. I mean, now he's going to this area, which is maybe, I don't know, he really wants to harass these drones, is my guess. But he can also just go into this place, and he can't deny the gold, which he doesn't know is there, and he can also harass the main base. So I'm not a big fan of him going here, but he just wants immediate damage right now. And one-shotting those drones? Tempest, pretty good against drones, I guess. Now he's going for some overloads. Oh, no, going for the queens. He needs to be careful. That's the issue. There's already creep here, so I'm not a big fan of him actually going to this area. Now he sees this base with the Oracle. He's gonna find the drones. Oh, turn it on! Ah, no, run away. There we go. He's gonna keep that one safe. Links are already in position to try and harass this base, but we have an Archon already standing there. And this time we do see an early storm. I love to see it. 4th base is gonna be taken outside here. This is looking way better for Zoun. Way better. Now if he can kind of rotate his Tempest over there to top right to this area where he can hit the goal and the main base at the same time. I'd really love to see it. There's no Spire yet. SHIN is not going for that one. He's just going into Hydralisks. And of course, being light on Oracles means he does not really know that. He doesn't have the info. SHIN is actually going all in. This base needs to be cancelled. He needs to retake it behind. He needs to retake this area so he can actually get those extra geysers up, which he needs for that extra storm. He needs those extra Templars out. Now he's gonna see that army, he's gonna see the Hydras, he's gonna lose the Void Ray, he's gonna lose the Void Ray, he's gonna get away with the Void Ray. Not lose the Void Ray. But what does he have at home? He's lacking units. He is lacking units. Only 4 gates. No, he has 8 gates. Okay, so he has enough gates to potentially hold this one. But he needs to hit those storms. He has an overcharge ready. He has a couple force fields. What is he gonna make with the spells? So 1 Guardian Shield here, no force fields. And he needs to hit those storms. It's couple good storms, but only repositioning those units, not really killing anything. Now finally, a couple more storms there, killing some of these units. Overcharge reduced. I wonder on what unit. Not exactly sure here. It might have been a High Templar, or it might have been a shield battery actually. But now completely running out of storm, running out of Archons, running out of units. It does seem this opening was a little bit too greedy. He did not have enough scouting information. He did not find out about this attack until it was already basically knocking at his door. And this is where he is gonna get broken again. SHIN might just take the serious. Coming in here now in the left as well. With his reinforcements, gonna pick another Archon, 1 Immortal, trying to be the mentor of all of them. Already at the rank. Gets the barrier up, is gonna kill another few units here on the high ground. And he's gonna be Mr. Schwarzenegger, trying to kill everything now. Gets another couple roaches here. I got the model. Getting back into the shield battle range, sitting at 13 kills at this point. The Immortal, can he get another few more? Gets another roach, punches him out of the game, but the Immortal is gonna fall! So he loses 2 bases. Imagine he would have taken that one. It wouldn't be that terrible. Because his supply is actually pretty high. He still has a lot of... He has so many workers. Even though he lost like, I think 25 workers or something. Ah, come on. 24. You can give me that one. And yeah. Now he has to double expand. I don't know. Why don't you take this, man? I mean... SHIN is also making drones. He droned up this base now. After he relocated, of course, to the gold, so he droned up the bases. He's taken another base, and he has another army ready. And that's the issue now. The army is already here. Those Tempests, they need already to work on that army. Yeah, there you go. That's their strong point, right? They already need to be shooting at that. They could have already killed like 3 units if microed correctly. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's trying to set up his defense, but he's wasting some potential on units he has currently and needs to utilize. Now a few zealots trying to do some counter damage finally here, but already queens are in position. They should be able with the transfuse to do the trick there. Meanwhile, we do have the big attack commencing. High Templars trying to storm what they can, but it feels like this storm is just not reliable enough. It has only been kind of Hydra Roach. So maybe he really wanted to go into a Robo and those Colossi here. But Immortals also can be nice with softened up Hydras from Storm. But then again, it seems like this is not enough. Stasis is gonna get interrupted by these Corruptors. Killing off that thing. And killing off that Zoun now. SHIN is gonna take the series, gonna take the game. Turn it around if you want to, but he is gonna move on. Win that best of 3. Good games there by SHIN. Actually, Zoun like didn't play terrible, but you could see the difference in kind of level between those two currently.